is there something about the cold, because it's so immediate, that you must deal with it right now, and you can't check your phone, you can't think about what someone was saying about you, that you deal with it right now, and then that leads to the breathing and leads to a real connection with your inside, with nature. Is that one of the reasons?
Yes, absolutely. People think I like the cold too much. I fucking hate it, man. I don't like it at all. I like a warm, hot place. I like palm trees. The cold. But as long as I'm in a place like that, I use that force to tap into the deeper parts of myself. And thus, I respect the cold very much. It's my teacher. It is, like you said in the introduction, merciless but righteous. It brings you into this quarreling of the mind is stilled in the. You just survive, and not only survive, you find out, if you are relaxed, that you are able to endure, and this power within begins to grow, which is dealing with the impact of this force called the cold. And then afterwards you feel, wow, I'm filled up with power, and it feels good. And once you control that, you begin to control and finding out that it is in the brain that we tap into the deepest part of our brain, which is pure feeling, and it's great. And it hasn't got anything to do with the cold. Right?
And you had searched, you had looked for the gurus, you had read all the books, you were looking for the answer, per se. It's not like you haven't looked, but you stopped looking once you felt the cold.
Yes. Once I encountered the cold, I stopped reading, stopped everything. It's all very on the surface. The whole guru thing and the Buddha thing and the Catholics and all that. It's what is it? There's a whole lot of war going on, a whole lot of controversy, because they quarrel on the surface.
It's like engages the monkey brain.
Yes.
You're going back to the lizard brain.
Exactly. I just made a song, Crazy Monkey. And, you were talking about the monkey brain. And, it's all about this, the crazy monkey. Crazy like a monkey, let's be funky. That's it. I forgot about the lyrics, but I got it on the guitar and everything. Is beautiful. Yeah, going back to this reactionary part of ours, which is a lizard. A lizard is not thinking about this, about the taxes and what he's gonna do tomorrow, and how to make secure his house and living and all that, and mathematics or whatsoever. He's just into food, fuck, freeze, fight, and flight. That's it. Very primitive. That's real. And we showed in the university people lying in bed doing this breathing, which was a result of being in the cold, becoming aware, later using it. I saw all kinds of lights and I think a lizard is looking that like just light, beauty. This is the way you're like a chameleon. It goes like that. What does he see? And what do we see? We think we know it all, and it's we are human, superior, etc. We are not. When you get to a bridge, you gotta jump down, like a bungee jump. A person who has fear going into his first bungee jump, and he knows he's secured, nothing happens. He's confronted with a lizard at that moment, because he paralyzes. He is not able to control whatever is going on, because this reptilian is looking, and using his eyes, he is looking at the abyss, at the depth, and taking it in, and he is taking over this conscious brain of ours, and he cannot do anything. He is paralyzed. So this causes adrenaline inside, but not non-controlled. Now we showed lying in bed, and I learned it from being in the cold, the breathing, becoming aware, lying in bed, making people just in 2 days or something, producing more adrenaline, but now controlled, no trigger whatsoever, just in peace, to tap into the deepest part of the brain, producing more adrenaline than the person in fear going into its first bungee jump. That means tapping into the depth of the brain stem, hypothalamus, pituitary gland, pineal gland, all that, the primitive part. And thus, a bacteria has no chance. They injected these guys whom I instructed.
They first injected you.
Yes.
So you went from the cold, mastered the breathing you felt you could master your adrenaline response, and then you decided, well, let's take this a little further.
Nice, well said. Well, good resume, man. Yeah, I love intelligent people, man, because we gotta cut through this and get to the bottom and make it accessible for anybody, because it's very, very effective.
To watch the rest of this fascinating interview, click on the link below and go to londonrealacademy.com. There you can sign in with your social media, log in and watch the rest of the episode for free, along with all of our episodes on London Real, my webinars, and all of our premium content, all located over at londonrealacademy.com. So click on the link below, you'll be directed there and you can watch the rest of this fascinating interview, and I'll see you there.